850-215-6290. Text STUDIO to 850-215-6290. Text STUDIO 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVOQ Port St. John. ESPN Northwest Florida.
4, 3, 2.
Stand by. On my mark.
You survived the workday. Now survive the truth.
Don't you want to have the best 12 teams in college football playing each other?
It's time for the hardest hitting 2 hours on the Panhandle.
I love it. You're coming through. You got it, baby.
Now into the huddle with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz.
It is a joyous day.
I love your show.
From the Emerald Coast to the edge of the atmosphere.
You gentlemen lift us up every day.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the tiger. The show hottest was Simon. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even tried, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
We are live and local right here. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the Sports Blitz. We're pumped up today on this beautiful but cold and windy spring break Thursday with all the people right here in Panama City Beach. So glad to have you joined in with us today. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290, the Red 7Ts phone line. Red 7Ts, your spot for all things custom apparel right here in the Panhandle. Go check them out on the Facebook page. We are pumped up and so ready to go. A lot of things happen, and we got to talk about it today. As always, on a Thursday, got Bone Crusher in the building, crushing the ones and the twos.
Right.
How you doing?
I hope you're going to talk about them Georgia Bulldogs playing tonight.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about them. We're going to do a SEC update about, with all of this stuff going on, the number one thing going on today that everybody was talking about earlier, and I can't believe that it finally happened. The Miami of Ohio basketball team, who was 31-0, has finally lost, and they lost today against UMass. The old UMass, University of Massachusetts, upset the number one seed Miami of Ohio 87-83. And gosh, I just can't believe it. It's crazy. But either way, as always on Thursday, we got Stone Cold Brian Austin, but not in the building. We got him on the phone line. Stone Cold, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing, man. I'm doing.
So let me ask you this before we get to talking about the Texas. Let me ask you, did you have it on your mind that Miami of Ohio was going to lose to UMass today?
No, and that was a bad thing for Texas too. At the same time,
yes.
So that probably, because I mean, how do you leave that team out of the tournament? Still,
you can't.
Right. You can't. You got to reward them for what they did in the regular season.
And I don't care what anybody else says. You know that they have got to allow them to get in because
they have to.
They have to. Yeah. And I mean, how do you? And that's the thing about it. Auburn was playing. They're still playing right now, but they were up early. And now they're
up
down
10 right now.
They are up.
No, Auburn's up 10.
Okay, so Auburn is still up. Okay, all right, good. I was wondering if they were still up or not. But Texas, oh man, 76,
they blew it.
66. Now, were you able to watch the game?
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, I didn't leave here until I had sold out of crawfish early, but I didn't leave until that game. I should have just went home. That was brutal to watch. awful.
So what did you think about, I mean, give us your synopsis of what you think the game, how you think the game went.
I mean, they couldn't hit anything.
That's true.
And they couldn't. And they turned the ball over 17 times.
Yes.
You're not winning games turning the ball over like that. I mean, I don't know. They've been so inconsistent. They went on that good 5-game winning streak. I thought they had turned it around and found themselves, and then ended up losing 4 out of 5 down the stretch. So.
Well, and that's what happens. I mean, and you think about it, when you look at Ole Miss, they were 1 of 10 from 3-point land. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not what beat them. I mean, but they controlled the paint on us too.
Well, and that's what it looks like. To me, it showed that they had 50 points in the paint compared to 18 of Texas. So, I mean, it's a clear deal. And then Texas was 7 of 20 from the 3-point line. So, I mean, that's really the problem when you look at it. 21 of 25 and from the free throw line. I mean, it really didn't have a big deal. 35 to 31, Texas led in rebounds, but I mean, you can't have 13 turnovers, and they only had 3. So protecting the ball and controlling the paint, that's where they beat Texas today. So what do you think? You think if they do get in, it's going to be like a stretch? You think they'll be right there at the end, or
they'll
do you
be
think
in the play? I mean, if they're in, they're the play-in game. So
yeah,
I mean and then so I mean you got to sit back and watch now, and you can't have any more bubble stealers at this point in time, bid stealers coming in. So you have to have the favorites in these tournaments that are left. Teams that already have their tickets punched, they've got to win it, because if anybody else steals bid, Texas is out.
Yeah, and I think that's the same way, unless Auburn somehow beats Tennessee and then somehow wins that next game, somehow, some way beating Vanderbilt just to get to the final. If they could do something like that, I think that would be the only chance. Now, also, do you think Auburn, if they do good and continue to win, do you think they knock Texas out as well?
If they beat Tennessee right now, they might. I mean, I'm rooting my heart out against Auburn right now.
Yeah, you're just changing one orange to the other.
Yeah.
One throw-up color to the other for me.
That's it. Oh, man, whatever.
I mean, gosh. But I mean, that's really how it's set up. I mean, the Auburn game, it's, really, because you got all these people pushing for them, and if they do have the ability to make a run, they do have some people that are pretty tough, and I don't know. For me, if Auburn gets in, then to me that would make 100% that Texas is out. That's how I feel.
Likely.
Yeah,
you're only getting one of those 2 teams in. So
because because if you look at Ole Miss, they don't have a shot to get in outside of winning the whole thing, and they're not going to do that. So
no.
And I mean, you got to think if something happens to where Auburn does get in and Texas doesn't get out, is there a chance that old boy could lose his job at Texas?
No, that's year 1. You got to give him some time.
You think so?
No, yeah.
Microwave society won't be calling for his job?
No. I mean, we're kind of used to basketball not being great. It's pretty much the only sport that we're just like, all right, just make the tournament and lose a game. That's all we can hope for at this point.
Make it interesting. Now, let's switch over and talk about them Cowboys real quick. How do you feel about getting Rashawn Gary? I wouldn't say past his prime. I just think that he's not going to give you, 12 to 15 sacks or anything. But I think he's a good player. I think he'll be someone that they can, keep, subbing in and subbing out. And I think he's still effective.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, man, Rashawn Gary, he's an upgrade over what we had. But now with the Max Crosby stuff happening, if we wouldn't have signed Gary, we would have been able to possibly go back after Max. But I don't know. I mean, you can't be any worse than what we had our DN positions last year. So I'll take it.
Well,
A little bit of an upgrade.
I think it is. And, do you know much about Jalen Thompson coming over? Because, he was the one because since adding cornerback Brandon Carr on a 5-year, $50 million deal in 2012, now they're going for Jalen Thompson. He played with the Cardinals, but, you can still find good players at bad teams.
Oh, yeah, sure. So,
and I
like that signing.
Yeah, as we talked about it, you said they're going to need big-time help on the defensive side of the ball. So you go out and get someone that knows how to play the game, Thompson. Now you get Rashawn Gary. And then are you still thinking defense on the draft or no?
Oh, yeah, all defense still. Yeah, offense is solid. Maybe an offensive lineman in third or fourth round, but that's about it.
Well, this draft is real heavy on the defensive side of the ball. So if everybody, you're hoping as a defensive, hoping that your team goes all the way in on defense, you're hoping that some of these offensive players will be the ones that gets taken, like Carnell Tate. You want Jeremiah Love early. You're wanting Ty Simpson to somebody to go up and try to get him. That way they keep all of these defensive guys pushed down, and then you could possibly get it. Because what number are y'all? Are y'all 24 or is it 14?
12 and 20.
12 and 20. Okay, so you do have two.
Yep.
So, the 12 pick, you might. They're going
to have one of those big names. They're going to slide to them. It almost always happens. I'd love to see a Caleb Down somehow slide to him, but I doubt it.
So did you hear about him? Do you think that it's a big deal that he has one of those where they kind of go in and look at you and do the report or whatever, that there's a possibility that he has the same thing that Todd Gurley had famously about his in his knee?
No. I don't know. Safety position, I don't think you worry about it near as much as what you do with a running back. Those guys are constantly cut.
Yeah.
I know they have to cut across the field for safety, but I don't know. He's still a baller though.
Yeah, that's the thing, and they did talk about his short arms, but they said Joe Burrow's hands were too little too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me ask you this. What's going on at the Boyle House? I know you've been exhausted because I've been seeing the crowds on Facebook. I've been seeing the live videos. It's been going absolutely bonkers over there. So what's been going on?
Man, crawfish like crazy. We're just doing a ton of them now. And now we got the basketball tournaments going, so it's a lot.
So do you have them on all the screens going whenever the crawfish is boiling?
I've got every one of the tournaments on right now. We've had even the A10, the MAC, everything's been on.
Right. If it's basketball, you got it playing.
That's it.
Now, we got to talk about this. This is going to be the first time that anybody hears it, and I think this is a great time to talk about it. So we've got the Sports Blitz Big Bracket Challenge coming to the Lone Star Bowl House next Wednesday, and you can fill out your bracket right there at the Lone Star Boyle House. And we're going to be having huge prizes. One of the prizes is going to be a $100 gift card to the Lone Star Bowl House, but there's going to be more prizes added as we go. Tell us a little bit about what you are going to have for us that night, because we're going to do the show live right there on site at the Boyle House.
So we're going to have $25 3-pound crawfish trays. We're going to have $2 amber box. And we're going to do $5 Tito and lemonades that night.
Ooh, what is that?
Tito vodka.
Okay, all right. So can I do a $2.50 just the lemonade part of it?
Yeah.
Come up with a Paul Wilson.
We'll come up with a Paul Wilson drink. Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
So we can do that. We're going to be doing that next Wednesday. We're going to be going live at the show from 4 to 6, and then we're going to be staying over into the night, having a great time. just having fun, putting out the brackets, and the person that wins the bracket. Now it's going to be the way we do it. We'll do it by hand. We'll have Jeff with us. He's our I don't know. I guess you could call him a poor man's accountant. He's not a real accountant, but he likes to keep up with stats. So we'll let him be the stat keeper.
Be a good job for Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff will keep the stat job for the Sports Blitz big bracket, and we'll even give a second place victor too as well. So we'll give a second place.
Something for him.
Yeah, we'll do that as well. So we'll keep up with that, and what we'll do is we'll announce throughout the week who's in the lead, who's got this amount of points. So it'll be something that we'll keep up with on the show daily, so that we know that that everybody can know where they are, and they can fill out multiple brackets if they want. So that'll be a fun time. Let me ask you this. There's still going on a lot of talk about the Jets, and they signed Geno Smith. With that signing, it does point that they are going to go into the direction of Arch Manning.
Thanks for Arch.
What do you think?
That's awful.
Are you going to, if that's the case, are you going to, start wearing the Jets hat? That's the question.
No, hell no.
No. I mean, you got to pull for him, though, right? You got to pull for Arch. And
I would, but that's it, man. I mean, I'm not wearing Jets gear.
So no green and white's going to be, we're not going to change the, it's going to go to the Empire State Building, Lone House, Bull House?
No.
None of that?
No. He'll be dead to me.
So without giving your first off pick, who do you like for the tournament this year?
Duke. I hate to say it, but it's probably coming down between Duke and Michigan or Duke and Arizona.
So you think those two things? Do you think they're going to be the number one overall seed coming out?
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, unless they get upset in the first round and then you have Michigan or Arizona just make a complete run. So you'd be looking at Duke as number one.
Well, I don't know. It never usually works out the way that they say in the beginning, and that number one seed is always, it seems like it's always a target on your back.
It is,
and that's scary.
And we're starting to see a lot more the last couple of years, though. You've had those number one seeds just fill up that Final Four now. Well, we're not seeing near as many upsets as what we used to, so.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And don't count out Florida either. I mean, Florida's on an absolute roll right now. So.
Would you be surprised if Florida did win it, though?
No, not at all. I mean, they're on fire right now. So Florida looks like they're going to be hard to beat. So we'll see. I'll be rooting for them. I'd rather them win than Duke, Michigan, or Arizona. So it's going to bring better crowds into here, too.
Yeah, well, as well as I do, if Florida, as well as they've been playing, if they continue that, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat Florida. I don't, I'm not trying to tip my hand on who I'm going with, but I really think that there's they got a good shot as anybody to win this tournament, because it's all about how you match up. It's not always who's got the best team. A lot of times people say, oh, you look at this team, they're the best team, they're always going to be the best team. But sometimes you don't match up as well. Sometimes you match up a little bit better against this team or that team. That's kind of like when Steph Curry was winning, or even those Villanova teams, or even the Gonzaga teams that look so dominant but never, they never won it. It just takes a Virginia team to get hot, or like a Florida team to get hot and just refuse to lose. And you know how it is. You get locked in, and you could definitely do some wins that are not that you wouldn't expect. So I'm curious to see how it's going to go. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about doing the live show there on Wednesday night, and just having a great time. Give us the location, and give us what y'all are doing for the rest of this week and then this weekend.
320 West 5th, downtown Panama City, and man, crawfish, everything. We'll have SEC, the basketball tournament, all the other basketball tournaments on for the rest of the weekend. The baseball, SEC baseball is kicking up now this week. We got Texas Ole Miss and some other big series. So Georgia Tech, Clemson, a bunch of that. But, yeah, sports, live music at nighttime, and crawfish. a ton.
And you've got other stuff too, right? So if you're not a crawfish guy, you could still do the other stuff.
Still plenty of shrimp and crab and everything. But crawfish, where it's at right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even Bone Crusher went over there and he peeled some crawfish and.
OMG, man! I used to live in New Orleans, and I gotta say that was spot on crawfish.
Thank you, man.
Fresh, so good, on point.
Yeah. Well, Brian, we're going to have to go. We're going to take a break, and we appreciate it, man. And you know what? I know you're going to do it anyway. Don't work too hard tonight.
Oh, shit, I'm going to get killed tonight. So I'll survive, though, man. I got it.
All right, brother. Well, take care of yourself.
You guys next week.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man. When we come back, we'll be talking a little bit more about this basketball season. What's going on with these tournaments? You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
I'm going to do a bold prediction for you guys. He's going to go back to the Jets, and he will lead them to a wild card berth.
If you would do me a big favor, Nate, go and buy you a safe. Take all of your cash, all of your valuables, and put them in that safe and lock them up. Because if you go and bet on the Jets, you have lost your ever-loving mind.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Thursday. Sunshine the rest of the day with a strong breeze around 20 miles per hour coming out of the north. And look for it to be 67. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 51 and a moderate breeze. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 7 miles per hour and the high of 68. Saturday will have a high of 75 and mostly sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Coin and Bullion Reserves is now Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, a new name that reflects what we do best, fine jewelry and diamonds. Same trusted service for over 50 years. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry at 15th Street and East Avenue. Coin and Bullion Reserves is now Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry, a new name that reflects what we do best, fine jewelry and diamonds. Same trusted service for over 50 years. Coin and Bullion Reserves Fine Jewelry at 15th Street and East Avenue.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and one. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dumps it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Your Florida Gators play in the SEC Tournament quarterfinals Friday at noon on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your put-downs, smackdowns, and shutdowns.
That's the difference between a winning football team and a losing football team.
It's a Trash Talk Thursday on the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball right here in the Panhandle. We are keeping tabs on all of the games. We've got Auburn playing Tennessee right now, and man, not looking good for those Tigers. 60-51. Tennessee's up with about 3:50 left in this one. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290, the Red 70s phone line. The place for all things custom apparel right here in the Panhandle. Got Jeffrey in the building. He had to get some stuff done right before he got here, and glad to have you here, Jeffrey. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it's weird weather this morning. We had like torrential downpour at 6 o'clock, And then by the time you hit about 10 and 11 o'clock, man, like 30-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah, it was starting
at the airport.
Yeah, not here as much. It was in town and around town. It wasn't as bad as what I was thinking it was going to be. We've definitely had worse, but at the airport it was definitely kicking.
And at 1 o'clock, no clouds.
Yeah, it's beautiful now.
Yeah.
Looking really good. I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing next Wednesday night. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be having the show live at the Lone Star Bowl House from 4 to 6, and then we're going to stay after as well. And you can come and be a part of it. You can fill out your bracket. We're going to have all the brackets ready, and the winner is going to win some awesome gift prizes. One of those prizes is going to be $1,000 from Jeffrey. Jeffrey's donating $1,000 to the winner. $100 gift card to the Lone Star Bowl House. That's one of the prizes. There's going to be a lot more. We're going to continue to add to it, and it's going to be an awesome night, awesome day. And so we want everybody that comes out to be a part of that and see us, shake our hands, see how we're doing, meet us face to face. Maybe the Bone Crusher can show up after the show.
Meeting Paul and Jeff will be that's better than a $100 gift card to Lone Star.
I wasn't going to say that, but I'm glad you did.
I'm going to have to stay here and hold down the fort.
I know, but maybe you can come afterwards or whatever, because everybody knows they want the Bone Crusher's autograph.
Now, this won't be a free bracket. It'll be $5 entry?
No, it's going to be a free bracket.
Oh.
Yep, it's going to be all free.
Our lawyers.
Yep. The FCC says you better not take money for that to give, but we're going to make it a great prize pack. Very worth your while to come out and have a good time. They're going to be having specials. They got a $25 crawfish plate special for that night, as well as... Tell me.
$2 amber box.
I don't know what that is. So $2 amber box.
Amber's dark, so it's a dark beer.
Oh, okay. So they'll have $2 beer, and then a Paul Wilson special. I don't know what they called it. Some kind of lemonade thing with Tito. Yeah, Tito and Michael Jackson's going to be there singing. I'm just kidding.
Electric lemonade doesn't sound as good as the Paul special.
The Paul Wilson special, which is probably just lemonade. That'd be what I drink. So, but either way, let's talk about the tournament. Obviously, we talked about earlier, Auburn's down by 10 now with 3:56 to go. We talked earlier just a smidget about it. You know, when you look at this Miami of Ohio team, you were thinking they were going to win their conference because they had been undefeated. But realistically, they lose to UMass today, 87-83 in the MAC tournament quarterfinals. And the Red Hawks, they're going to get an at-large bid, right?
Yeah, but they just won't have the higher seeded. We thought they possibly were in, maybe for a 5 seed, maybe? Is that what you were thinking?
I was thinking more of a 7-8 area.
You know why?
Why?
Because if you're ranked 19th and you do the math, that's like a 5 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to probably bend over if they had remained undefeated, but that did not happen. So they're probably going to drop down, and who knows? I mean, they might lose first round in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to play somebody pretty tough. I would say they get 10 to 12 area.
Oh, really?
I do.
I was thinking like a 9.
No.
And they were going to show them like, hey, you have the ability to beat an 8. But then the second round, you're going to have to play up.
Yeah.
Because you got the 1 seed.
But, I mean, you got to think the 8 might be somebody tough that plays in a tough conference.
It could be a St. John's. It could be anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. So,
And I'll say this about the teams. We had a trend of all the northern teams kind of pulling it out. Like what we had Kentucky earlier, right? We got Tennessee right now. Virginia won the first game of the second round in the ACC. But guess who won the second game in the ACC tournament of the second round? Miami. Boom.
Yeah.
They had a back and forth at Louisville. And, if Louisville had won, we'd still be talking about northern teams. But Hurricanes move on.
Do you think the Hurricanes they got the team to be able to make some kind of run? I mean, do you see them maybe possibly getting in the second round? I mean, a lot of people around here, especially in Northwest Florida, like the Hurricanes. They're Hurricane fans. And, I mean, really, with beating Louisville like that, I think that's a tough win. I wouldn't call it like a signature win or anything, but I think it's a tough win for them. And I think that when they start putting the brackets together, I think Miami will be one of those teams that, they match up pretty good with everybody. That's the thing, because they're athletic, and their first year head coach, Jai Lucas, isn't that right? I think he's done a great job with them. Really to set them up to do some big things. So we'll see how it goes.
12-2 out of conference, 25-7 overall, because it went 13-5, and ACC is nothing to be, just that's, I don't bat an eye at that.
No.
So we don't know what the bracket's going to be, but this could be a team that wins in the second round.
I mean, I think they got a good shot at making a little bit of a run. It really depends. Again, I know I keep saying this, and I hope I don't sound like a broken record, but it really depends on who you're matched up against. Your matchup means more than how good you really are, because if they've got somebody that has, that's long and athletic, that's going to give them trouble. But if they have someone that's a traditional team where your big guys are in the paint and your shorter guys are up, outside, they'll actually do a lot better against somebody like that.
So it's interesting, they had a better record overall than Louisville, and Louisville was ranked 24th. I mean,
well,
what do you think?
That's bias. I mean, that's bias. Miami,
that's bias.
Yeah, Miami has not really ever been that team to me.
Did they make the Final Four?
They made it, but that was kind of like they say that's a fluke. But Louisville has been there and has done that and got the T-shirt. They did. They won the championship with
in 80.
No, they won it later than that. Come on now. Yeah, they did.
I don't
of course.
think they have.
Patino. Patino.
Oh.
Yeah, you're forgetting Patino years. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay, they won it all. Okay.
Yeah, they did, for sure. And he had them in the hunt a lot. So I think your bias is kind of going out the door with that.
Well, maybe I just forgot that 1 year that they won, the one time in the last 40 years.
Well, when's the last time LSU won a national title in basketball?
The women's?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's been 3 years.
Yeah. Well, when you look at Miami of Ohio, though, when you're talking about them, it'd be like if Miami plays Miami of Ohio, that would be a really good matchup for Miami, because obviously Miami of Ohio is not as athletic as Miami. And, I think that's for Miami, that's who they need to be. They need to be in that bracket, because that would be great, because you'd be like, Miami's playing who? Miami.
If Miami wins in this next round, don't be surprised if Miami pulls a 6 seed.
Really?
That's the highest that they're probably going to get in this NCAA tournament. They're probably a 7, maybe even 8 seed. But if they're an 8 seed, what if in the second round they're matched up against the Gators? Gators and Hurricanes in the second round.
I think the Gators will win that game. I think Miami will go home.
They'll make Chris Multicante mad.
Well, I'm not here to make people mad, but I'm here to be honest and tell the truth.
But is that an interesting game?
It is. It'd be interesting to see, but I think for the state, it would be, it would be a very good game for the state. But I don't see it being any kind of thing. To answer my question, though, you do realize that LSU's never won a national title in basketball.
We made the
men's
Final Four 4 times, and we've never made the championship. We've lost all 4 times to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, and I don't look for them to make it today either.
And we have more appearances in the tournament than the Florida Gators.
Wow. So give us the update of, Kentucky beat Missouri today 78-72.
Yeah.
That's
Tennessee.
That's Missouri's. Well, let's talk about that game first. So Missouri, that's their 3rd loss in a row, I believe, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, they've lost.
They lost to Arkansas, I think, at the end of the year, right?
Yep, they lost to Oklahoma earlier and Georgia. So they went 0-4 in their last 4. Do they deserve a chance?
No, they're out.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
They kind of slipped in there with a 3-way tie, I think, in the SEC, and got a better seed than Kentucky. And Kentucky just fell down to, what was it, a 9 seed or whatever it was?
Yeah, now this Auburn game is getting a little bit closer. There's a minute 23 to go. Auburn's down by 6. Tennessee's at the line about to take some free throws. Realistically, if Tennessee hits their free throws here, not necessarily just here, but in general, because they're going to have to start fouling eventually, because they're only going to get a certain amount of possessions. But if they hit their free throws, this one could be out of reach here for the Auburn faithful. Is it an upset if Auburn beats them to you, even though it's a 12 and a 5? I mean, I get it. I get it, but I'm just saying 17 and 15 and 21 and 10 in the SEC, 11 and 7 and 7 and 11.
Yeah, 11, 7, 7, 11. No, it's definitely an upset. And then Tennessee's going to have their hands full with Vanderbilt in the next round. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think Vanderbilt is actually the sleeper that nobody's really looking at. They're looking at Arkansas and Alabama, along with the Gators, obviously, to advance in the tournament. I think Vandy has a really great shot at advancing.
Do you think that anybody but the Gators have a chance in the SEC to win the whole thing? Yeah. Like, honestly?
Yeah. I mean, if Vandy gets to the Elite Eight, I think they should be proud of themselves.
Yeah.
But I don't see Vandy making the Final
I don't
Four.
see Vandy getting past, the Sweet 16. I don't see
matchups.
I don't see UK gets past the and Bone Crusher. I'm going to say it, but I don't think Georgia's going to get past the Sweet 16 either. I think the only team that has the opportunity is the Gators, and I'm sorry to be a homer in this. Alabama, they have a chance to get to the Sweet 16, but I'm not so sure because they've got to get hot. They're long, they're athletic, they've got to match up well with someone. If you slow the ball down on Alabama, it's going to be a deal. So tonight, Georgia.
You just said Georgia, Sweet 16 in the same sentence. I'll take that.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Well, it's going to be curious to see how that happens. And with that being said, who's going to be surpriser for you for the tournament? You said Vanderbilt for the SEC. Do you think anybody for the actual tournament is going to be a surpriser?
You mean like advancing or just making it to the tournament?
No, surprise. Make it
Virginia, Iowa State. Yeah.
You think they got a chance to win it?
No, I think that they both have a chance to make the Final Four. Yeah.
I don't know.
So Iowa State takes a 2 seed. They're in that bracket with Michigan. Boom. All they got to do is beat Michigan, right? Probably have to beat a 3 seed if they advance and get that far.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the update with Auburn. 55 seconds to go, and they're down 67-61. 6 points. It's not looking good. So, I mean, we can almost get it up out of here to think that. So with Tennessee moving on, I think Tennessee's got a shot at getting to the championship game for the SEC. Yeah. I do. I think they can beat Vandy, and then they'd have to beat Florida. I think they're on Florida's side.
Yeah, so Tennessee plays Vandy because they're the 4 and the 5 seed. The 1's playing the 9, which is Kentucky. So Florida's playing Kentucky next round. That's tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, Tennessee upsets Vanderbilt. Is that really upset? Probably not. Tennessee goes and plays Florida. They slip into the championship game. All they have to do is get past Vandy and in Florida. That sounds like a big deal. It is.
Are we overestimating the opportunity that UK could possibly upset Florida tomorrow? I mean, is that a possibility? Is that something that's out of the scope of happening? Like, I mean, could you see that happening?
2 people told me that Kentucky had a chance against Florida last Saturday.
I was one of them.
And, 2 people did. And they were both wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what to say about it. I wasn't surprised. They hung in with them, the first half almost?
Yeah, it was the first half.
Yeah.
First half into the second half a little bit, but I don't know.
But then they just took it away.
Yeah.
I don't think I should be you shouldn't be ashamed. You're playing Florida. I mean, Florida's been putting teams away this year.
Yeah. I don't see any way, shape, or form. And actually, when you look at Florida, being the number 4 team in the country, how can we even mention an unranked UK team winning? I mean, UK travels well. The fans will be there, but they're not going to be able to upset them. I don't think they have enough firepower from the outside to be able to make up for the play in the paint. I think just like with Texas today, as they saw against Ole Miss, they had 50 points to Texas's 18 points in the paint today. And that's the thing. If you can't control the paint, I know we live in a world where 3-pointers are king. I get it. But if you can't control the paint, if you can't box out, if you can't give second shots, if you get a bad matchup where they can't stop you in the paint, this is what's going to happen. And that's exactly what Ole Miss did today to upset Texas and inevitably kick Texas right up out of the tournament. They're not going to make it. Auburn's going to lose now, and then boom, they're done.
Yeah. I was just thinking. Well, I mean, Kentucky, we were talking earlier about Kentucky. Well, guess who wins the SEC tournament more often than anybody?
Yeah, Kentucky.
It's Kentucky.
Yeah, but...
I mean, LSU's won the SEC regular season numerous times. We've only won the tournament once in our whole existence. That's not a very good track record.
No, and I thought maybe that this year would be a year that for me, that we would have more teams from the SEC, but it looks like we're just going to have the old ones all over again. And when you have the old ones all over again and you really only have one shot at it, because I think Alabama will make a run. I think Arkansas can win some games, but I just don't see them having enough. There's a reason why Alabama needed to go to court and try to get Charles Bediako to be able to play, is because I think they are not very good in the paint. We've got good guards, but not good in the paint. So realistically, when you look at Alabama, you're going to see them pull away and be done.
So after the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we've got, that's Florida, Arkansas, Alabama, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, right? That's 1 through 5. Then you'll probably get a Georgia and an Oklahoma in.
Yeah, you'll have both of those go in. Georgia and Oklahoma's getting in.
And then Texas is out, and Texas A&M's
Texas
in.
A&M's
so
in.
Eight teams in. That's not bad.
Yeah, there's 8, but they're not... You couldn't see any of them winning, except for Florida. Florida's the only one. It's not like Alabama's a 7 or a 6 or an 8 seed, or not necessarily a seed, but ranked. Yeah. Tennessee's not ranked 10th. UK is not ranked 15th. You know what I mean? They're all like...
Last year was
Florida. Yeah, it's like Florida, and then maybe Tennessee's ranked 25th. And that's it. Mm-hmm. Everybody else... Well, Alabama's ranked, but not high. So I just, that's the part for me that I'm just like, gosh, they're the highest ranked SEC team besides Florida is Alabama at 15th, Vandy's at 22, Arkansas's at 17, and Tennessee's at 25. See, they needed to have in that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 area another team there. Not so much through the third of the last third of the rankings, because it's going to be tough when you have to play Illinois, or you're going to have to play Iowa State, who you talked about, or you're going to have to play Michigan, or you're going to, if you get to a 1 seed though, that means you're pretty good though.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Ohio State was able to beat Iowa today. That's an 8 and 9 seed in the Big Ten. So Ohio State might slip into the tournament.
Yeah, but we're going to have to take our next break. When we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more of this. And then at the top of the hour, we've got the coach, the brand new coach of the North Bay Haven Buccaneers right here in studio. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
One of the best performances this year by Tua was Miami Dolphins at Atlanta Falcons, when Tua walked into that building and torched them. 205 yards, 4 touchdown passes. So the Falcons saw what he could do in that building. Miami, as we know, nice weather outside. How's the weather inside the Georgia Dome? Perfect. Right.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
The
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
The T. Rowe Price ACC Men's Basketball Tournament.
The destination is elite, and there is nothing like it. They have stormed the court.
The ACC tournament continues today.
It always feels big.
Coverage starts at 5:30 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The pulse of the fan. The voice of the game.
Maybe we should go and find another G League player to the Alabama team, and we probably could win.
Local and louder than ever. This is the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for all things college basketball. Don't forget, you can tune in and listen as we get closer and closer to the March Madness. And don't forget, next Wednesday night, we're going to be live on location at the Lone Star Boil House, doing the show there, giving away prizes, having some fun, seeing some people, and definitely filling out our bracket because we're doing the Sports Blitz Big Bracket Challenge. They've got specials there. It's going to be all going crazy. They got a Paul Wilson drink. They've got a Jeffrey beer. What'd you call it? What's the $2?
The Amberbach?
Amberbach, yeah. Amber Jeff. That's what we're calling it. I don't know what that is. But either way, when you look at Auburn just lost, so they're done for the SEC tournament. Do you think Auburn's going to be done as far as with the tournament? Do you think for sure they're 100% out?
Yeah, NIT. They're going to NIT.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
That's all you got. I mean, if you don't make the big dance, you go into NIT if you have a winning record.
Don't you have to pay to get in the NIT now? And then that's something like people are now saying, I don't want to play in the NIT. I don't want to go to New York. The prices are too high. The hotels are too high. You got to pay to be there. So why even go to the NIT? Just shut it down, Stephen Pearl.
They have home court advantage.
Just shut it down,
because that's the only way he can sell tickets.
So does that really make his dad look really bad now that he's trying to vie for the other way?
He's been saying stupid things all year, so he's been making himself look bad.
Bruce Pearl.
Yes, who I've met in person.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he as obnoxious as...
No, he's not. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. I just don't like some of the things he says.
Yeah, well, it's his son. He's pulling for his son. Yeah. That's what he wants. So, I mean, you can't fight him for that, but either way, I mean, he's going to go down... On his first year, this is rookie season, Stephen Pearl, going to go to the NIT.
So next year he's on eggshells.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Not hot seat, eggshells.
You can't beat Bama. How important is that?
It's not in basketball. It's not important in basketball.
If you're the head coach of the basketball team,
if you make the tournament, it don't matter what your record is against Alabama. It's just like the national championship. You can lose to whoever you want to lose to, but we got to get in the tournament. We got to get on in the playoff. We got to make the playoff.
Yeah, no, I know it's not basketball schools, but it is important to the athletic department.
Yep. Well, we're going to go to the Red 17s phone lines. Is that Chef Ross? All right. Oh, Chef Ross. What's up, buddy? How you doing today, Rossi?
Hey. Not a whole lot. Driving home from work.
Well, glad to have you listening, buddy. What's going on?
Not a whole. So before the break, you were talking about surprise teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
And for the last 25 years, my calendar has read January, February, Izzo, April, May, June, July. So Michigan State's got to be one of the surprise teams. I like to look at a lot of coaching. So you got Michigan State, Kansas with Bill Self.
Yeah.
Even Wisconsin with Greg Gard. They've got two of the best wins on the year. At Michigan, at Purdue.
That's what I think, too. Like, when you look at, like, say, a Wisconsin, somebody that's got what you're talking about, good coaching, they could really make a run, especially if they get good matchups where they match up with those teams really well. And as bad as I hate to say it, you're exactly right. Those teams from the north, you got your Kansases. You can't count out Izzo ever. And, you know, like Wisconsin, I mean, they're one of the ones that beat Michigan this year, and so they got a little bit of confidence to say, hey, we done it once, we can do it again, and just in case they get on the same side of the bracket as them.
Yeah, they're going to probably be in that 8-9 seed, so win the first game, play the 1 seed.
So what do you think about Miami, Ohio losing? You obviously think they're going to get an at-large bid, correct?
I really hope they do. That's always been a one-bid conference because the rest of the conference is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you look at Miami, Ohio's strength of schedule, there was no 180.
Yeah. But still, you still got to line up, you still got to play, you still got to win, and they've done everything that you can think of. Obviously, do you think Miami of Ohio could beat Auburn in a one-on-one game? I don't think so, but I still think they've won enough games to put them in. I think Auburn gets out.
Yeah, I don't think, especially with Auburn losing today, that they're not going to get the tournament.
The sad part is the second best team in that conference only had one conference loss. It's Akron, and they lost to Miami of Ohio.
Yep.
So to get in, they've got to win the conference tournament, and they're the 2 seed. So UMass being an 8, I'm not really concerned with them. It's like a 3 or a 6 or a 7 that I'm worried about for Akron, which is, you know, you had a great year, but, you know, you got to finish. You got to finish strong.
Yeah, Miami of Ohio really needs all these big conferences to stay chalk and have no more upsets.
Yeah, for sure.
Michigan State lost to Michigan by, it was 90-80, so it's a 10-point loss recently, like last weekend,
Just
I believe.
last week, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not embarrassing, you know, 10-point loss to the, number 2 or 3 team in the nation? That's not bad.
And if North Carolina would have been healthy and not lost their guard for the season with a broken thumb, they'd be another one of those watch-out teams.
Yeah, that'd be the other one, yeah. And I think, too, like, and when you look at how Michigan State hates Michigan, I think if we could get them in the same bracket, that would be fantastic. I would love it. I think everybody would tune in. I think that's one of the bigger, you know, when these two teams are good, it's one of the bigger rivalries because they literally don't like each other. It's not about, you know, anything else, but they don't like each other. And people forget about it because Michigan State hasn't been good in football for a little while, but there's real hatred there.
Yeah, that's why the whole student section was chanting "Little Brother" last weekend.
Exactly. Well, Chef, man, it was good to listen, good to hear from you, and we appreciate you calling in, my friend, because we got to take another call.
All right. I'll see you guys.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Ross. We appreciate it, man.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and go to the Red 7Ts line. We got Big Nate on the line. Nate, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, sir. In the last caller, I couldn't hear him at all.
Okay, yeah, that's Bone Crusher's fault. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's probably my fault for calling in and bugging him.
I think your phone was too loud and his was too low.
Line 2 can't hear line 1 when it's on hold.
Yeah, that's right. You can't hear.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't
Sorry,
hear.
Sorry, Church, I didn't mean to throw you under the bus. Wait, on the bus. I'm the bus driver, so it's fair.
Big Nate wanted a party line.
That's right. We can work on that for next time. So I've got a question about the whole portal thing because we talk so much about football.
Yeah.
But how does the impact of the portal in basketball and baseball, not so much, I guess, in college sports because it's not as big as like the other two, but where does that stand? I mean, you've got smaller teams, so an impact player can make a bigger splash through the portal than in football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You kind of, it works the same way, but it seems like the basketball is a little bit different baseball is kind of more like football, but basketball is a little different because one person can actually catapult you into the rankings, catapult you into the tournament, and that kind of stuff, a la Steph Curry. But and a lot of times they will just stay there, make their big bucks, or go to a team like a Texas Tech and Iowa State, somewhere like that, where they'll be the main focus of the whole offense. Because when you have only 5 on the field, or on the court, that's the one way that it impacts it more. But you do have a greater effect from the JUCO market. So the JUCO market is a huge pickup for basketball, where it really you don't really see it as much in football because everybody can just make the transition from, little boy football to big boy football easily, and more easy in the football realms of Division I. Does that make sense?
Right.
So the JUCO is where it goes in basketball.
Schools, right?
Yes.
There's more basketball schools than football schools.
Right. Yes.
But you got less places to fill. I mean, there's only 12 guys on a team.
Right.
And then you have your pickup squad that runs all the skeleton stuff, who are usually younger freshmen or whatever, and they're trying to make their way to the varsity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just seems to me that is there going to be a difference because of the different sports, right?
Yeah.
Are the rules going to be the same for transferring?
I think they've got to make some kind of adjustment to it with the way it's set up, because you got different, you're not going to see Division II baseball players too much coming over because usually they're taken from the JUCO side. But right. I think there will be some, some little tweaks here and there. But I think for the most part, if they can just get the part of how many years of college sports can you play, I think everybody will be happy with that. Getting from where you're getting them
from.
So
just a blanket statement is what you're saying, Paul?
I think so, yes. I believe that'll be what they're doing. I am happy to report, and I haven't said anything about that today, Greg Sankey did come on to the other Paul show, the Feinbaum show, and he did say that they are meeting and they are talking in their conference to actually do something and make a presence known to the NCAA that in the future we're going this way. So whether anybody loved the White House meeting or not, whether what Trump said is going to happen or not, the fact is that Sankey did say that they are going to do something in the SEC and that they're meeting with the Big Ten as well. And if both of those conferences can get going and get stuff situated, then we can kind of move into the right direction. Right. We won't need anybody's help.
Okay, well, I'll let you guys get to the top of the hour. Thank you so much for answering my question. And go college football.
Well, we're trying, and we appreciate it, Nate. Have a good day, my friend. And see there, people still love to talk about college football. So there you go, Jeffrey. You raked me over the coals the other day about basketball, and then I give you the floor on basketball, and I'm trying to tell you.
What's so great about college basketball over college football?
I don't know.
The portal isn't as bad because you have thousands of people in the portal in college football, and some of these guys don't even land in a place at all.
Yeah.
And then the leading scorer for Miami of Ohio last year, he transferred to Georgia Tech. And guess what Georgia Tech did?
Not even make their ACC tournament.
Yeah, they finished dead last, 17th in the ACC.
And didn't even get invited to their ACC championship. Like, you didn't even get invited to your own conference place.
Yeah.
And Damon Stoudemire got fired.
And you left Miami of Ohio, who's going to the big dance.
Yeah, and Damon Stoudemire got fired.
That's how risky this is.
Yeah. Well, that's how one player can make a difference, and obviously him leaving Miami of Ohio helped them out. So there you go. Yeah. That's how it works. But either way, when we come back, we will be having North Bay Haven time when the Buccaneers are in the building. You listen to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Taking your hot takes, rants, and takedowns. Let's hear it on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Your exclusive home for March Madness.
And it goes for the win!
We'll bring you every game live. It's the NCAA men's basketball tournament. College basketball's premier event, and it's all right here.
And the dream is alive!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Thursday. Sunshine the rest of the day with a strong breeze around 20 miles per hour coming out of the north. And look for it to be 67. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 51 and a moderate breeze. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 7 miles per hour and the high of 68. Saturday will have a high of 75 and mostly sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and League cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Good luck surviving the offseason, football fans.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Football's over, it's like a part of me just died inside. 200 days till football's back, but tonight I won't just cry, cause I've got a ways to play. And that's the place with Hard Rock Bet, I will survive.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida. ESPN Northwest Florida. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Tournament plays here.
Off target, right hand follow! Alba! Perfectly timed right block!
Listen to the men.
And the Tide are up 17.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
4, 3, 2.
Stand by. On my mark.
You survived the workday. Now survive the truth.
Don't you want to have the best 12 teams in college football playing each other?
It's time for the hardest hitting 2 hours on the Panhandle.
I love it. You're coming through. You got it, baby.
Now into the huddle with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz.
It is a joyous day.
I love your show.
From the Emerald Coast to the edge of the atmosphere.
You gentlemen lift us up every day.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the top. The show hottest was Simon. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even try, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
We are live and local right here at 5 o'clock on this beautiful Thursday in Panama City Beach, Florida. We got Jeffrey in the building, Bone Crushers here, and we got some special guests. We're going to announce them in just a moment. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290, the Red 7T's phone line. We are excited to have these guys. We've got with us for the first time, and I think I'm going to announce you right out the gate, Coach Jack Glover in the building. Congratulations on being named the new head football coach at North Bay Haven. You are now, Coach, a Buccaneer. How does it feel?
Feels good, man. That light blue looks good.
Yeah, I like it. I like the colors. I think it's fantastic. And you've got with us 2 of your players who you said you really just met just a couple of days ago.
Yes.
So, I mean, how did all this happen, Coach? Give us a little bit of a preempt about how you got to North Bay Haven, where you came from, and all that real quick.
Yeah, well, I was at Mariana since 2018, and had a phone call, wanted me to see if I would be interested in interviewing at North Bay Haven. Be honest with you, I really wasn't at the time, and I decided to go do it. And then once I got there and met the leadership of that school now, that's all new from what I understand.
Yeah.
Man, they sold me right off the bat. So when I left there going, man, I hope they pick me.
Yeah.
So it's been and it's been quick too. So as soon as I interviewed the next day, they offered me the job. So that was awesome.
How long have you been coaching as far as in your career, high school football? Did you do middle school or you've just always done high school?
I always did high school. And my first coaching job was in 99, 2000, around that, at Bradford High School over in Stark, Florida. So.
Okay, so you've been doing this for a while, been around, and a little bit. That's good. And so with you coming in, obviously last year, having done very good, are there some of the coaches that are on last year's team that you're going to have and keep over for your team?
I'm trying to meet them right now and see, because I got some guys I want to bring with me.
Yeah.
But I want to meet the guys and see who wants to stay and all that. So we're working through that process right now.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you allowing us to be a part of that. Now, you brought with us, I'm going to do my best to say it right, your quarterback. Now, this is the quarterback last year that won the Sports Blitz Player of the Week 2 times. He was the only one to win it 2 times. Caleb Mozanaski. Did I get it? Oh, he's speaking to the mic.
Caleb Muzinski.
Muzinski. Okay, so more like Muzinski, music. Okay, so Muzinski. I can't tell you I'll make it right every time, but we appreciate you coming. Caleb, how do you feel? Obviously, you know, last year's season was a really good season for you guys. You guys did good, and you took over as a quarterback last year. That was your first year to be there for the quarterback position, and you had yourself a great year. How excited are you to have Coach Glover coming in?
I'm really excited. I've heard he's a really good coach, really good guy, so I'm ready to get to work.
It's fantastic. So the other one, now he's easier to name. Chasen Lee, that's easier to say. Chasen, you played linebacker last year. Y'all had a great season. And, you know, one of the things that Coach said is when he was talking about bringing you guys in to do an interview, he said, I got to have number 19 with me. Tell us why you think he said that about you.
Well, I think he said it because he watched film on me and he saw how I play, and that's really it.
Yeah, so what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Junior. All right, so you're a junior. And then Caleb, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Y'all both are juniors, so this is going to be y'all senior year coming up next year, or you're going to be juniors?
We're going to be seniors.
Okay, so y'all are going to lead this team, I would assume, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, Chasen, how excited are you to have a coach coming in that is bringing, you know, to build off of last year's success? He's been doing this for a long time. How excited are you about having this team going?
To be honest, I'm really excited because, well, what Caleb said, I've heard he's a good coach and a good person, so I'm ready to get to know him.
Coach, when you hear those guys saying stuff like that about you and haven't known you but has had the ability or the wherewithal, because, you know, having the wherewithal to find out about you, to find out what kind of coach you are, that lets you know that they care about this football team.
Absolutely. And them caring that I'm a good person is more important than being a good coach, in my opinion. So I appreciate them saying that. And I'm excited about getting to know them too. So,
do you take this job knowing that, you know, you're going to have to build trust with the community? You're going to have to build trust with players, and obviously you've done this before. How is this year going to be different for you?
It's not going to be any different from them. I'm going to just hit the ground running like we always do. But the guys that I'm trying to bring in, I've told them that I need guys who want to come and stay. Mm-hmm. So, and we want to, I mean, that's my goal, is to come and stay and be here as long as I can, because I see a lot of potential at North Bay Haven. When I'm talking to the leadership, like I said a while ago, seeing the facilities they're building, just hearing what they want there now, and wanting to get behind the coach, and everything that I've always said we need at some of the schools I've been at, they're saying here it is. So yeah, that's exciting.
So when you look at your schedule, when you look at, you know, the teams that you're going to be playing against, obviously, you know, you got some big time opponents that you're going to have this year, and not, you know, I don't
It's
I don't know a lot, but I know that it's not fair. A lot.
Well, Bozeman is a smaller school, right?
Yeah.
And then Rutherford's pretty big, right?
They're the same size we are.
Oh, okay.
Those two, but the two that we're really gonna have to compete against is Florida High.
That's the one I was
It's
thinking.
Rutherford, Florida High, and Gaston's in our district now. I think Bozeman went independent.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, I mean, I'm not a stranger from that district. I've been in that district for years. When it was Mariana, Bozeman, Godby, and Florida High.
Right.
So I mean, there's some battles there, and when I look at these guys and I look at the facility and I look at what they want to do, it reminds me of what Florida High's done. But it took time for Florida High to get there. So I mean, I like to see Bay County's Florida High be North Bay Haven.
Now, Florida High is in Tallahassee,
Right.
correct? Now, you were coaching Mariana last year, and you had to go to North Bay Haven, and then this year, you're coaching North Bay Haven, and you'll probably when the schedule comes out, you'll have to go to Mariana.
Yeah, they had already made the schedule. I think there's one game that I'm going to get to change because all the contracts have been done. But Mariana and North Bay Haven's not playing. So
so that's going to be
they're
good.
not?
Yeah, they're not
Mariana
because they're not in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got moved down to the 1R, 1A district.
So with you coming in, are you mostly a defensive-minded coach, or are you more of an offensive-minded coach?
I've done both, but when I got hired in 2015 at Mariana, the first time I was there as a defensive coordinator, that was my first time being a DC. Fell in love with defense. I mean, the toughness of it, the emotion of it. I was like, man, I'm never going back to the offense side of the ball. And then when I become a head coach, I had to go back to that and do different things. And I'm bringing in some guys that I'm hoping they're going to be able to run the offense, and then I'm going to focus on the defense to get them going the way I want them to play defense.
Where's it going to start, though? What's going to be your deal to get this team really committed? Do you have things that you're going to, I know it's all new, and I know you got to get all this stuff planned, you got to get your coaches and all that done, but as far as in your mind, how are you going to build this team? Are you going to build this team with team building? Are you going to have, are you going to have them come together and do some stuff so they can be, build that continuity with you, with your coaching staff? What kind of things are you going to do to get this team rolling?
Well, I don't want to scare them off, so we're going to work our tail off this summer because I want tough kids. I mean, everybody says that, but I mean, I really do. I want tough kids. So when you go out there, I was talking to them yesterday about guys just going to stand there and say, you got to beat me. And to beat me, you're going to have to take my very best. And if they beat us, then we'll shake their hand and walk off. But I don't want guys that's going to lay down. I want them to really fight and want to win. So
now, Caleb, let me ask you this. How important is it to hear that from your head coach? Because realistically, being the quarterback, you're coming in, and as far as it's set up, and I'm not trying to put a depth chart out here or not, but it's you got the quarterback position. That's your job. How do you want to be a leader on this team and show people in your group that, hey, we're out here to compete, because when we get on the field, we're going to have to bond together to compete?
Well, I love competing. I feel like if you compete and you compete your best, hold on, you compete your very best.
Yeah, you're good.
You give everyone your very best. You can really do some stuff.
So let me ask you this: have you been working outside on your own, perfecting your craft as far as being a quarterback?
Yes, sir. Me and my two returning wide receivers have went out there a couple times this past couple of weeks, getting extra work in, putting chemistry down.
Now, let me ask you this, Jason. When you look at being tougher and stronger, obviously you know that you're going to have to be in the weight room. Have you been? You have a weight room regimen that you're doing right now by yourself, or are you waiting on coach to put you through one? What are you doing?
Yes, sir. I go to workouts every morning, and I have a personal trainer.
That's fantastic. Wow. So that's good. So when you look at it, Coach, toughness. This is what I'm hearing you say: toughness. And then continuity, buying into a process, so to speak. With that being said, when you look at these two guys, are you going to have responsibilities inside of your team that require them to hold not only them accountable to the team, but themselves accountable?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2 years ago at Marietta, we went 10-0. The reason that we went 10-0 is because of some of the leadership we had on that team. We had 22 seniors, 18 of them started, and I would say 16 of them, if I said run through that wall, would have ran through the wall. So when you got guys like that, and then and also you had guys that played linebacker that were leading that team, that if someone got out of the line or jacking around in practice, man, they would jack them up.
Yeah.
I mean, they would take care of it, or coaches didn't have to. And because, I mean, great team, man, the team leads it.
Yeah.
Good teams, coaches lead, but if these guys will lead, we'll be great. So,
how thankful are you for the administration at North Bay Haven to trust their team? Obviously, they had a successful year last year, and they want to build on that. How honored are you, and how special is it for you that North Bay Haven believes in you as a coach?
Oh man, it's awesome because, like I said, just talking to them and hearing what they have to say, knowing the principal background, knowing the AD's background, knowing, I mean, our CEO, from what I was told, she was a college athlete also. So you have 3, professional college players that are leading the school, and they're saying, we want this, we want to be great, here it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. I'll be honest with you, I've been up at night going, okay, big boy.
Yeah.
They're giving you everything you said you wanted, so now it's where the rubber meets the road, so let's see if we can make it happen.
And that puts, obviously it's pressure that you want. You want to be able to have that kind of pressure so that you can really maximize it. They say, until it gets hot, until you have the fire, it really builds you. So that's really good. I do know that somebody with Caleb's last name just said, let's air it out, coach, just so you know. I mean, so there's one parent already saying that.
I'm going to throw the football, but I am going to run the football.
Yeah. Right. Now, how important, you said that you are defensive minded now, and obviously what the high school game has become due to, the way the college football world works.
Yeah.
It's a lot of run and gun, a lot of people trying to score as many points as possible. Everybody wants to stop people, but they want to, outscore people. So are you guys going to be any different in that regard?
Well, I mean, a lot of times we look at what's on Saturday and Sundays, and we think we should do. People think you can do it on Friday nights.
Yeah.
But I've got to do stuff with what my guys can do.
Yeah.
Whatever my guys are capable of doing. And I told him yesterday when we were talking, I said, we're going to learn to run the football. We got to be tough up there. Got to be tough on the O-line, D-line. The better we can run the ball, the more he's going to get to throw it. So.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Do you think that in high school football that just like college, the ball game is really won in the trenches? Like, it's important to be able to block, but it's also important to be able to make the quarterback uncomfortable and to be able to close down those blocking lanes.
Absolutely. We saw that in the national championship game.
Yeah. And that's realistically it. Now, knowing that, are you going to have, I know you've looked at your roster and all of that. Are y'all going to be big up front this year, or are you going to have to be really quick?
I haven't seen them yet. No, I'm telling you. I met these guys yesterday, so I'm keep asking them, what does our line look like? What does our line look like? And like I've been watching film, I got put on huddle today, and I hope my principal ain't listening. I'm working for right now still. I'm fixing to move over here. But I watched film a bunch today and was,
You did that afterward.
Afterward, yeah. And just seeing what we had coming back, I looked at how many seniors we had, and they had last year. So, I mean, there's some guys that are coming back. They've got some size. So, and I think they said we have 4 linemen coming back. So that's good. I mean, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you, as far as your line, or not your line, as far as your roster, are you going to be senior heavy, or do you have a lot of younger ones?
It looks like we're going to have a bigger senior class that start. Okay. So I think last year that they had the seniors, I don't know how many of them started last year, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay, so you might have a nice little bit of starters.
Yeah.
So, last year, and whoever wants to answer this, you can go first. Having the great season that you guys had, you got out there and you played some really stiff competition, and y'all won some games, some things that you hadn't done before at the school. How important is it going to be for you guys coming in to really have belief in the locker room? Because after you won one game, everybody was like, oh my gosh, North Bay Haven won one game. And then y'all won another game back to back like that, and it had never been done or hadn't been done in a long time. How important is it going to be for you guys to let the locker room know, being leaders, that believe that we can actually win football games?
It means a lot. We gotta teach these young guys to buy in. Like, we need them to buy into the program, buy into the culture. The new standard of our program needs to be winning, and we need to get them to buy in and help them.
Jason, what would be one thing that you would want a younger person, a 9th grader, a 10th grader that's on this football team to look to you for during this season?
Well, I'd want him to look to me for, like, leadership and, like, I don't know. Like, I just want the guys to show up and to really, like, put in the work like we do. That's really it.
Is your leadership style a more in your face? Like, I mean, are you loud? Are you quiet? What's chasing?
I say I lead more by example.
So that's what you do. Now, let me ask you this, Caleb. Who do you look up to as a college quarterback right now? Who's your favorite college quarterback? And then let's give it an opportunity to tell us who you like in the pros.
Favorite college quarterback? I think Trinidad Chambliss resembles me the most.
Okay.
But that would be my favorite, yeah.
I mean, do you are you going to ask for another year to play in high school like Trinidad did in college? Or, I mean, we going to try to, is coach is going to try to go to court and get you
I'm young. Since he's going to be a senior, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's have it one more year, so we'll do this over. Who do you like in the pros?
Definitely Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford are my two favorites.
Okay. All right, Chase, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Who do you look up to as far as in the college game and then in the pro?
In the college, I've been watching a lot of Sony Styles.
Yeah.
And in the NFL, I've always been a Ray Lewis fan and Fred Warner.
Wow, Ray Lewis.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, man, Ray Lewis, that's really good.
North Bay Haven is a charter academy.
Mm-hmm.
That's intelligent kids.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, I've met a few of them. You've seen the campus.
Yeah.
These are, I don't want to say they're new buildings, but these are modern buildings,
It's
right?
nice.
Yeah.
And then they have the elementary schools on the backside of the high school.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been going to North Bay Haven?
We both got here during the summer, like the end of the summer, close to when we start school.
Last
like
year, right?
sixth grade, or
No,
when did y'all start at the
just
school?
this year. Like
okay.
August.
Oh, wow.
But we always, like, went to Bay Haven, though, like the middle school.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool.
It's like 6 years.
Well, Coach, we want to keep up with you guys to let us know how it goes. We're bumped up against a break, and we do appreciate you guys coming in. Caleb, thank you. Jason, thank you for coming in. And, hopefully we'll be hearing great things, and we'll stay connected and as you build your staff and all of that. And right before the season, we'll do a big preview.
Absolutely.
And that'll be fantastic. I'm sure you'll be able to tell us all about it because you'll actually not be 3 days new into the job. So,
Yeah.
But we appreciate you, Coach, and we'll stay connected to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Coach Jack Glover, Caleb, and Chasen here. We appreciate them being here. When we come back, we are going to have Alan Watson in the building talking a little golf, but we're also going to talk a little tournament with this Alabama Crimson Tide. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. Tonight there will be a moderate breeze out of the north-northeast, clear skies, and 51. Sunshine tomorrow morning, about the same at 62, and a wind out of the east around 10 miles per hour. In the afternoon and evening, sunny and a light breeze right around 7 miles per hour with a high of 69. A bit warmer at 75 Saturday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
friends. My name's Amy McGowan, and I'm a local residential realtor in Bay County with LPT Realty. I would love to help you buy, sell, or find your next investment property in Panama City Beach or the surrounding areas. Please call me today at 850-775-7885 or find me on my website at amyinpcbsellsre.com.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and wide. Top of the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, you got it. To the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Your Florida Gators play in the SEC Tournament quarterfinals Friday at noon on ESPN Northwest Florida.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida.
You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Your spot for all things college basketball right here in the Panhandle. We're so glad to have you going here. We are excited. We got Alan Watson in the building, and I tell you what, if you want to know anything about golf, you need to go to his shop because he's got some deals going on. Alan, good to have you here. Are you pumped up with all these spring breakers in the house?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. When I was in retail for years before I got to the beach, we were used to being more destination retail where only people that meant to come in were coming in.
Yeah.
And I had separate stores that I always worked at or that I owned that were, literally freestanding buildings. And now being a part of a shopping center like the shops at Edgewater and being literally right off the beach on Front Beach Road there, we get a lot of spring breakers, a lot of, bathing suit clad folks. I remember last year during spring break, some kids left a football in my store because they've been out on the beach throwing the football around. It's just strange. You don't get that in normal retail. Like nobody walks into JCPenney in a bikini, but they'll come in my store in one.
There you go. Don't tell Jeff that, please. He'll be hanging out over there.
I bet you he threw one out for not wearing shoes coming in.
No,
not if they spend money.
No, yeah.
You spending money and you wear what you want.
Absolutely. But yeah, spring break is definitely in full effect. When I leave the shop at night, turn on Front Beach Road to go home, you just never know. It's going to take a little while. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of people trying to cross the road. Everybody needs to be careful, blah, blah, blah. But it's, hey, you know what? You choose to live at the beach 6 months out of the year, everything's great. 6 months out of the year, it's a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I just take it in stride, man. I'm happy.
Is it you or is it me that, it just seems like on Facebook and social media, you guys are growing. You guys are expanding. And with that being said, I saw the other day and I was a little bit offended. Me and Jeff's a little bit offended. That you were doing a commercial. And, I don't know if you know or not, but me and Jeff know how to putt-putt like nobody's business.
Right.
And we're just a little offended that you didn't ask us to come be on your TV show or TV commercial putt-putting into the screen.
Well, we put out a casting call, and we had some folks come over. A friend of ours, Bailey, came over. She used to play college golf.
Oh, wow.
So she's going to be in several of the shots. And then also Scott, that he and his partner are opening the Back Nine, which is the new simulator place that's going to be over there
on Navy Boulevard by Publix, right up the road from you guys here. So so he came over and we got some shots with him as well. And then of course my staff, we were all in some different shots. So, but yeah, I'm so sorry that I didn't call you guys. It was like I said, I did put out an open casting call. You know, you could have come. The pay was lousy, I gotta say. Maybe that's why you wouldn't have enjoyed.
Well, I'm not cheap. Jeff is. I'm not. I'm there for the looks, and he's there for the swings.
Right. Well, we had a good time though. So yeah, that's going to be our beach TV commercial for the next 4 or 5 years.
Great.
We've run one for the last 5 years, but now that we changed the whole look of the store, we kind of had to shoot something new, and it's a lot of fun. I always enjoy that kind of stuff, and
it's exciting.
It brings us some new customers.
Yeah,
and that kind of thing.
It's exciting, and I own a condo on the beach, and one of the things that comes with the condo is beach TV. So it's really cool to be able to have that on there, and it runs all through the night,
all the time.
and that's a fantastic thing. And some of the restaurants, they run it and that kind of deal. So it was good, but this time is fine. I mean, I see Jeff
we'll bring
all the time, and I'm sure his putt-putting would probably be not up to par anyway.
I don't know. We'll have to go out and do a ESPN Golf Plus, annual putt-putt contest somewhere around here.
That sounds like
bring
a
all
great
the
idea.
listeners in, and we'll get the prizes going.
You're going
to do that.
Huh?
You're going down.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll settle this once and for all.
Yeah, don't let me practice. They didn't call me Scotty Who later on. Because of that. Speaking of, give us the update of what's going on with the tournament that's going on right now. I know Scheffler was doing okay, not Scheffler's style, but give us a little
Yeah, so we've got the Players' Championship this week. To people who know golf, this is considered the 5th major. To people who don't know golf, that means this is a big deal.
Yeah.
This is a big tournament. It's in Jacksonville in Ponte Vedra Beach, actually, right next door. And this used to be the home of the PGA Tour. They've moved it to Texas since, but for years and years and years, the PGA was actually housed in Ponte Vedra there. So this was kind of the home course for the tour. And this is a big tournament. It always draws a great crowd, and also all the best players are going to be there unless they're injured or something like that. So you've got a great field, and Scheffler, who is the #1 player in the world, was playing pretty decent earlier in the day. He finished at even par, so he's T40 right now, so he's way back, but it's only one day in. He's got plenty of golf left to play. He's only 5 shots back. I definitely expect him to contend, later in the week. He'll make the adjustments. He'll figure it out. It's not an easy golf course, but it's a golf course that he can play.
Does he usually do good on that one? Is that one of the ones?
He's not won the Players yet that I can remember, but he has all of the components of his game that this course takes. This course it's a little bit narrow in places. There's plenty of water, of course, and you just have to hit the right shots, and then you have to make putts, and he usually does that. So we'll see. The field is star-studded, of course, so we'll know more in the next couple of days how it's going to settle out, but I expect Scotty to be there at the end, and at least in the top 5 or 10.
It's a little windy being closer to the Atlantic.
Yeah, it's super windy out there. I've played there before, and when you get to 17, which is the famous island green, the wind swirls so bad that once your caddy gives you your number, you really have to pull 2 or 3 clubs on either side of that number. That number, a club strong and a club weak, because the wind literally swirls. And so basically when you're about to hit your shot is when you make your decision.
Right.
If you're waiting several minutes, it almost doesn't matter because the wind will move. And so it's a very difficult golf course in that respect. You don't have crazy tall trees like you do at some places. I mean, you do have some trees, don't get me wrong, but it's more of that Atlantic style Florida golf course.
Yeah.
So Jordan Spieth is on the 15th. He's a -1 right now. Do you have certain players that you like more than others?
Well, I just, checked the leaderboard before we came on air, and I saw Sepp Straka up at the top of the leaderboard like we were talking about. I think he's in 2nd or 3rd place. The guy's a putting monster. So if he can stay around the top, he would definitely be one of the favorites. I also saw that JT was back. I know he's coming back from injury. All the talk about him lately has been about the fact that he doesn't have a clothing contract right now, which I think is a little bit silly. But let's hopefully his golf will speak more volumes than what what logo is on his shirt or isn't on his shirt. But, yeah, I mean, I look for players like that. JT coming back from injury, he's going to want to prove something. There's obviously Scotty's going to want to make up ground, and then you got the guys at the top of the board that are going to want to hang on and not let those better players come up behind them. So it should be a great tournament. It always is, and you know, this is one of those that a lot of people in this area actually go to. A lot of my customers go. I've been before. It's just a great tournament to go to because it's one of the more accessible tournaments for those of us in this part of the world.
Do you think that Justin Thomas was going to be able to, you know, get back to that form before? I mean, because obviously he's been good, and then now, you know, you just kind of want to see, because golf is a different type of game. It's one of those that, yeah, you can go through all the rehabs and do it all right and get back, but, you know, you got to be able to hit the ball the right way. You got to be. There's so many factors brought into it. Do you think he's going to be able to do it?
He's won so many big tournaments, and he's been such a great player, but he has lived in Jordan Spieth's shadow forever because they grew up playing together, and Jordan just had a little more success early on. And I think there's a mental handicap for him, and I don't mean that literally like a mentally handicapped person. I mean, I think he gets mental because he'll play incredible, he'll shoot low rounds, and then he'll throw up all over himself on Sunday and just play himself right out of the tournament. So I think, like a lot of us amateurs who sometimes maybe we're playing the best golf of our life, get to the last 3 or 4 holes, and then we're like, oh, if I can just hold on, I'm going to shoot my record score, and then we just, you know, poop the bed. And so I think he's a little bit like that, and that's not fair for me to necessarily say that, but that's what we do on the radio is we sort of assess things. I just think he doesn't have the mental toughness that Scheffler or Rory or some of those other guys have. Now, he's had it at times when he's won the PGA and when he's done other things, but he doesn't have it consistently. And to your point, coming back from injury, you always worry about them pressing and pushing too hard, trying to make up ground and time and money and all the things they lost when they were injured. The good news about golf, though, is coming back from an injury in golf is a little different than football or baseball or something, because in football, somebody might actually tackle you and re-injure you. Golf, that doesn't really happen. So could he come back and play as good or better than he ever has? He surely could. I just always worry about his mental game.
So you said a name that I kind of want to, we've touched on it before, but I want to ask you again. Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
Early on, very successful. Thought he was going to be obviously every new person that comes out is the next Tiger Woods. Everybody gets that mantra. It's just how it always is. It's like Gus Malzahn saying that every tall black quarterback that can run is the next Cam Newton. I mean, it's just part of life.
Yes.
But do you think Spieth will ever shake that and be able to really make anything? Because it just always seems like everybody mentions him there, and then that's the last time you hear from him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not as, peaks and valleys as, like a Johnny Manziel, where it was like all of this hype and then it just all went away. It's not that. He's had success, but you're right. He was supposed to be the next Tiger or the next Rory or whatever. He won, I want to say it was $22 million when he was 21 years old. So that was a heck of a year, hell of a, career. He could have stopped right then and you'd have been like, wow, you won the Masters, you did this, you did that. So it was a great year. It's just really hard for any athlete when you have that early success to continue it on when you've got 150 other guys trying to beat your brains in every week. And so I think when he has been able to keep his driver working, he's one of the best in the game. He's top 10 in the world when his driver's working. But when his driver's crazy wayward, which he gets every now and then it's too late. He's losing too many shots to the field, having to hack out of the rough and do other things. And so I think that wears on you. But as far as just raw talent, I mean, the guy's one of the greatest to ever play the game if he could have converted more of the talent, which is a hard thing to say considering what he has done, right? You're kind of picking on a guy who's really, really successful. But I just, we've talked about it on this show before, and golf, unlike some other sports, you don't have anybody to carry you if you're having a bad day. Yeah, your caddy can try to pep you up or whatever, but they can't put in a backup quarterback when you get injured. They can't bring in a fresh set of legs or whatever analogy you want to use.
Set a pick for you.
Yeah, they can't do that. There's no help. And so when you're having a bad day on the golf course and you're feeling like everybody else is just, in their zone and you're not feeling it, that's when you can't get it. And I think he has suffered a little bit in that regard as well, too. Probably, too, in the same way that like Justin Rose and some other guys have, where it's like super successful in your 20s, you get to your 30s and you're like, okay, now I'm in the prime of my career. Let me do some damage before I get kind of over the hill in my 40s, which is tough in golf. And I think, he's, again, talent-wise, as good as anybody, just hasn't converted at times when he could have.
So I know that we're in basketball season. I don't want Jeff to get all frustrated over there. He's like, this is not golf season, it's basketball season. So we got to ask some basketball questions. Obviously, you're an Alabama fan.
Sure.
How far do you think Alabama's going to get? Do you think they're going to be able to make it to the SEC championship in the tournament? Their way would have to go through, realistically, Arkansas. If they can get through Arkansas, then obviously they're going to have to play Florida probably, unless Vanderbilt somehow, some way upsets them. Do you think Alabama's got enough in them to make a run? Because their guard play is what is usually what's really helps you in the tournament. They've got a lot of guard play, but they can shoot themselves out of a game too. But they're, in the paint play is really the asterisk of worry for me.
Yeah, and anytime you're talking about tournaments and championships and all that, you see that usually the more complete teams win.
Yeah.
And so you're going to say, well, this team is good here, but not there. Well, as soon as you have to say but not, it's like, well, then we're going to find a couple of teams that do have a more complete roster. And that's where, if you look at the scoring that Alabama's had this season, they're winning games 100 to 85, and then they're losing games 95 to 85. So they're capable of scoring 84, 85. They're capable of scoring 105, 107. And when they score in the hundreds, they win. When they score in the 80s, they lose. And it's like this that's a big swing, 20, 30 points game swing. And so, like you said, the guard play is great. And I guarantee if you look back at those stats, when their shooting percentage was high, that's those high-scoring games, and nobody could hang with them, or at least so far. And then the games when the ball just doesn't seem to want to go in the hole, they don't have the rest of those pieces, like you're saying, to pick up all the rebounds, to really be defensive. You can be offensive in basketball, but if you're not defensive, the other team's will score just as many points as you do.
You got to get stops. It's so
I think that's the problem. I don't see Alabama going deep. Maybe one round, but and I'm a fan, but I'm realistic too. In this regard,
it's going to be a matchup deal with Alabama. If they can find somebody that's got guard play and they can shoot over the top of them, because our guards are really long and they're athletic and they shoot the deep ball very well, that'll be the deal. So we're up against the break. Give us the address, your hours of operation, my friend.
Yeah, we're over at the Shops at Edgewater, right on the corner of Front Beach and Richard Jackson, right next to Firefly Restaurant, and we are 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, always closed on Sundays. And if you want to book a fitting, check out golfplusdothan.com or call the shop or just come on by and meet the guys. It's awesome.
Don't forget, you're going to put in a bracket for our, we're doing a bracket challenge for the Sports Blitz, and get all your people over there to do one as well. So either way, we appreciate you being here, Alan. We always are. We're 3 weeks in a row. This is fantastic. I mean, this is great.
I should get a medal or something.
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. Bonecrusher is in charge of the medals. But either way, when we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more of stuff going on in today's world. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Oh, man.
Call or text him now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
They want Mike McCarthy to figure out what Mike Tomlin could not post Ben Roethlisberger, which is who's going to be the quarterback that can consistently elevate the talent base and put our team in position to contend for titles year in, year out. Mike McCarthy is going to find the answer to that question.
Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
The T. Rowe Price ACC Men's Basketball Tournament.
The destination is elite, and there is nothing like it. They have stormed the court.
The ACC tournament continues today.
He hit it! Are you serious? He never gets old. It always feels big.
Coverage starts at 5:30 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Your put-downs, smackdowns, and shutdowns.
That's the difference between a winning football team and a losing football team.
It's a Trash Talk Thursday on the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for college basketball right here in the Panhandle. We are pumped up and ready to go. Got Jeffrey here, Bone Crusher's here. If you want to be a part of the show, you got about 15 minutes. 850-215-6290, the Red 7Ts phone line. Red 7Ts, your spot for all things custom apparel. And don't forget, Recommended Collision Center, one of the greatest local businesses in the Panhandle. If your vehicle needs anything, whether it be touch-up, whether it be a new bumper, a new mirror, a new door handle, maybe you got something wrong and you don't know what it is, take it over there. They can get you. If they can't get you fixed, they'll send you to someone who can. So they will definitely take care of you. Locals taking care of locals is what I like to say about them, because, you know, you'll see Brandon all out in the community. He does stuff with baseball, with his stepsons and all of that. So it's a really good deal going on over there at Recommended Collision Center there on Jinx Avenue. And you can find them online and Facebook. So either way, go see those guys. If you've got anything wrong with your vehicle, they'll take care of you, or at least get you to the right spot. So either way, we got big breaking news, just exactly what we thought was going to happen. Man, you need a nap or something? You like lazed over here? You're like, come on, man. This is Kyler Murray. He has just signed with the Minnesota Vikings. We knew it was happening. We thought it was happening. I was almost on the fence today when I was listening earlier. I was thinking about it. I was doing some research, and I was wondering if Kyler Murray was actually going to sign, because as soon as the Arizona Cardinals could get rid of Kyler Murray, they were done with him. I mean, 4 minutes or 4 o'clock and 1 second, they were already signing the papers, hitting the button, letting him go, telling him, get your stuff, get your hat, your bat, and leave.
So you're just shocked that it took 24 hours? Basically.
I'm very shocked. 24 hours, 26 hours. We're almost to 6 o'clock. So I'm just like shocked out of my mind. Do you like the signing? Do you think Kyler Murray's going to be, you know, are we at the point to where just because one person done it, now everybody's going to do it? We got to revitalize your career. Everybody's got to go over to Minnesota, and then once they get you going, that's where Sam Darnold went. So Sam Darnold revitalized his career at Minnesota. So now, you know, McDonald over there, or whatever his name is, he's going to
McCarthy.
No, McCarthy's gone. The coach, Sean. What, I forgot his name, but anyway, Kyler Murray, Minnesota Vikings. What do you love about it, Jeffrey?
It's $1.3 million. That's pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, well, that's because the Cardinals are eating all of the money.
36.8.
Yeah, so, I mean, Kyler Murray is set for life, so he's good.
This is a steal.
Now he's just getting, what?
This is a steal.
For the money.
Oh, absolutely.
So he starts right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So J.J. McCarthy, I hope Ty Humbert's listening.
Last opportunity to win the starting job at the Vikings.
You don't think there's a chance? You think it's going to be a competition, though?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They even say a full room, but I'm like, there's only 2 guys in this room.
Well, I mean, there's another guy, but he's not even in the conversation. He's just running the scout team.
No, I think Kyler Murray's going to get his chance. He's going to start the season, probably, and we'll see.
What do you think would be more shocking, all right? Tua Tagovailoa being the day one starter or Kyler Murray being the number 1 starter? Who do you think is going to be the starter first?
See, the thing is, I like Penix coming into the league, going to the Falcons, and it just hasn't turned up the way I thought it would. But then again, other people were saying the same thing about McCarthy at the Vikings, and I never thought it would be like that because you've always said, he just hands off the ball in Michigan, right?
I mean, that was a lot of his deal. He didn't have the numbers that most of these quarterbacks that goes first round are, so I just don't know.
And in what Kyler Murray was coming from Texas Tech? Or was it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
He didn't go Texas Tech first.
No,
Oklahoma.
He went A&M first.
Oh, okay, A&M first. Oh, that's right. Okay, but he was behind somebody most of the time.
Yeah.
So
he was behind Johnny Manziel, so he had to leave.
Wow. Yeah, that's a little something. But no, I mean, is this a 1-year deal?
Yeah.
Ugh. That's what I don't like about it.
Well, that's the same thing that they did with Sam Darnold. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're trying to turn him into Sam Darnold.
Then they're messing up.
Well, they did not offer Sam Darnold the opportunity to stay. They took J.J. McCarthy. Remember, if you look at Kevin McConnell, he had the opportunity to keep Sam Darnold, but he didn't. He didn't want him. He basically, Sam Darnold had a not so good playoff game. They lost.
And first round.
Yeah, and McConnell was like, I'm going to go with the guy that we drafted. He's my guy. And again, you know how it is. When you draft a guy, you have to stick with your guy.
Yeah.
Now he's found out that drafting JJ was probably not the wisest decision for that room and probably has buyer's remorse or seller's remorse for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and and all these players, we always talk about these players finishing out their rookie contract. This is the 3rd year for McCarthy. He didn't cut it this year. There will be no 4th year of that rookie contract.
Well, they said the same thing about some of these other guys, and they ended up signing. I mean, Tua, they were so up and down on whether or not they were going to sign him with the Dolphins. And I think the coach, realistically, if the general manager or the owner believes in the coach and the longevity, that's what happened with Ross down there with the Dolphins. He believed in Mike McDonald until he couldn't. Until he said, "Man, this is not working." You're more on Twitter than you are on the field. I mean, you're trying to look cool and all this, and you're not winning football games.
No, he said the wrong things at a dinner with him, and then that's why he ousted him.
You think so?
Absolutely, 100%. He was coming back as the head coach of the Dolphins, and then once they sat down at dinner, he heard some things that because he just couldn't keep his mouth shut, and he just keep on rambling on, and then the owner's like, forget it.
No,
we're done.
So let's go ahead and make bold predictions right out the gate. Minnesota Vikings
7-10.
What?
Yeah. That division? Come on, man. You don't think the Packers are back?
No.
You don't think that the Lions are going to be better than 9-8? Come on, man.
It depends on their coaching. I really have a hard time seeing the Lions last year, how bad they looked. They lost Decker off their offensive line to retirement. They lost David Montgomery in the running back room. They signed Pachenko, but is Pachenko going to be?
No.
Is he going to be equivalent?
They're going to win more than 9 games. Come on. And so the upside is the Packers, who went, 9-7-1, and then we have the Lions, who are way better than 9-8. You have to be. And then the Bears are the ones that are going to slip the most in that division.
So you think the Bears have the most to lose?
Yes.
They're going to fall.
They will fall off more, and then the Vikings dropping 2 games. These are the 2 teams that are going to drop.
So you're not buying into Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams being able to be the precedent in that division?
Well, I mean, it was a great season for them this past year. I don't remember if they went 12-5 or 13-4, but they had a really great year in a tough division. And I was shocked. They went from last to first. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, they just won't be as good as this past year.
But you don't think that, with that being said, you don't think that the Vikings are going to push and make the playoffs with Kyler Murray? I mean, what?
No, I think it's Lions and Packers in the playoffs in that division.
Justin Jefferson getting Kyler Murray, being able to throw the deep ball, being able to throw the ball to him. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Kyler Murray needs to do exactly what Joe Flacco does and what Joe Burrow does and just say, look, I don't care who is covering Justin Jefferson, because, Justin Jefferson did not have a great year this past year. It was very disappointing. It was down. And don't think that he's not a number one. He's a wide receiver one.
Absolutely.
He wants the football. So you don't think for a moment that Kyler Murray's just going to say, you know what, we're living and dying by JJ this year?
No.
I would.
I mean, it's a great piece of your puzzle, but you can't totally rely on him just to have all the targets going to him, because then everybody keys on him, and then he's double teamed, maybe even triple teamed.
Yeah.
Because in 24, he was second in yardage in the whole league.
I know. And that's because you had somebody that targeted him.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold made it a point that he was the first look. It wasn't a lot of check downs. It was, we're throwing to JJ right out the gate, and that was successful. They made it to the playoffs. They didn't win, but they made it to the playoffs. See, I'm going to say that again, I just
so you're
don't.
saying Vikings to the playoffs.
Hold on. I almost said Vikings to the playoffs. I don't believe in Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I just don't. I get it. Everybody's like, oh, my gosh, he's going to be so good. He's 5'5". I mean, he is not going to – I just don't believe in him. Yeah. I don't. I'm sorry. I've never been a Kyler Murray fan. I don't know if he's going to make it. But, I mean, the guy is just too short. I mean, the only way he's going to be able to get outside and see Justin Jefferson get open is if he gets outside of the pocket. So I don't know. Why wasn't he successful with Marvin Harrison and with the Cardinals?
I mean, Marvin Harrison isn't that great. Junior.
Well, I mean, everybody knows Marvin Harrison Sr. is not playing. I mean, come on, they don't even know. A lot of our listeners don't even know who Marvin Harrison is. What? But I'm just saying, like, if you don't think Kyler Murray, I mean, if you think Kyler Murray is just going to come in and be Sam Darnold, I'm disagreeing. No. I just don't think he's going to be as good as Sam Darnold. I'm not so sure if Kyler Murray knows how to read defenses. I'm not so sure if Kyler Murray is a learner of the game as much as what Sam Darnold was, because, when you look at how Kyler Murray played, again, another Lincoln Riley quarterback that's, I don't know. Yeah. But then you look at Kyler Murray, he's always used his wheels so much to play the game that I'm not so sure. Does he have good study habits? Does he really know what defenses are? Is he able to check down? Is he able to change the play at the line? Is he a studier of the game? Does he know defenses? Does he know what is coming? Is he been that guy, or has he just been relying upon his athletic ability? That's what I'm saying. Yes, he's got big time potential, except for he's 5'5", and then. Is he a studier of the game?
So you knocked me for saying that they go 7-10, which is 2 games worse than last year because it went 9-8.
I knocked you, yes.
Yeah. Are you just saying 9-8 again?
I'm saying 9-8 again. The reason why I knocked you, though, is because you're like, oh, yeah, this is great. This is great. This is going to be good for the Vikings. And I'm thinking, okay, so playoffs is what you're saying. Because obviously, if you think that what the missing piece of this Viking team is at the quarterback position, and you bring in somebody that you feel like is going to elevate that play, then obviously there's something there that's going to make more wins come upon the team. No. I mean, that's really what I think.
No, I think they overproduced last year, and they shouldn't have been a 9-8 team, but they were.
Really?
Absolutely.
Even with, he did have, for the sake of being fair, J.J. McCarthy did have a couple of good games where he actually spun the ball really well, found the guys open. But again, I think, you got to at least throw the ball 10 to 15 times a game to Justin Jefferson. You have to target him. He's your best player. He's the guy that's going to require the ball if you want to win football games. That's exactly what Darnold did the year before. It's got to happen. Kyler Murray needs to find Justin Jefferson throwing the ball.
So in this division, we got Love, we got Caleb Williams, and we have Jared Goff. Okay. Jared Goff is probably the most what you have, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that Love could be a question mark this year?
Yeah, I do, because I don't have a lot of confidence in him. He'll look like one week like he is an all-pro, and then the next week he'll look like inept, like he doesn't know what's going on, like he's confused. So I don't know. I don't trust LaFleur anyway. I'm not so sure about that team. So either way, we've done it. Tomorrow is Friday. We will have all kinds of SEC, ACC basketball to talk about. You listen to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. See you tomorrow, guys.
Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the hole. Your home for the most live college basketball in the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. Tonight there will be a moderate breeze out of the north-northeast, clear skies, and 51. Sunshine tomorrow morning, about the same at 62, and a wind out of the east around 10 miles per hour. In the afternoon and evening, sunny and a light breeze right around 7 miles per hour with a high of 69. A bit warmer at 75 Saturday.